My name is Andrew Cate, and again, we would like to welcome each and everyone out this afternoon. This is a tribute to the remarkable individuals whose vision, courage, and dedication has shaped the heart and soul of our community. The Wall of Fame stands as a living testament to the legacy of those who have elevated Springfield through their leadership, their innovation, their service, and their perseverance. Here, we honor educators who open doors of opportunity, leaders who've guided communities through challenges and change, artists who gave voice to our stories, and everyday heroes whose quiet acts of service created lasting impact. Each name on the wall today represents their achievement. It reflects a commitment to uplifting others and strengthening the fabric of Springfield for generations to come. These distinguished individuals from all walks of life, yet they share a common thread, an unwavering belief in the power of community. Their contributions have enriched our neighborhoods, inspired our youth, and laid the foundation for progress and pride. As you stand before this wall today, may you be reminded that greatness is not defined by fame alone, but by purpose, integrity, and number one, service. Let this Mason Square Wall of Fame inspire future generations to dream boldly, lead with compassion, and continue the legacy of excellence that defines Springfield. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are honoring the past, the present, and inspiring the future. With that, we would like to have our invocation today, and we would like to call upon the pastor of Holy Trinity Church of God and Christ, none other than the Reverend J.P. Morgan, Jr.
Let us all bow our heads. Kind Father, it is once again we come before you with our heads bowed and our hearts lifted. We are grateful that we have a community that believes in being together. We are grateful that we believe in a community that believes in lifting up those that have come before us. We thank you for this celebration and what you've put in the hearts and minds of these particular community leaders. Bless us as we remember and celebrate the legacy that is left, and God, help us to pick up where their legacy leaves off so we can continue to be a better community, to make a better Springfield. In your son's name we pray. Amen.
Amen, amen. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to have the person who was first elected in 2007. He is still with us because he is the people's mayor of the city of Springfield. Ladies and gentlemen, Mayor Dominique Sarno.
Thank you, Andrew, very much. Thank you. Thank you, Andrew. And isn't Andrew always dapperly clad? Let's give our MC a round of applause. To my colleagues and friends in government, State Representative Buddy Williams, my colleagues on the school committee, Barbara Gresham, Ayanna Crawford, I know our superintendent, Dr. Sonia Donal is here. We were just marching in the New Orleans parade down at the expo for our students down the sticks. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. City Councilor Marlo Brown, and to Reverend Clergy, Reverend Morgan, it's great to see you, and to all the individuals. Oh, is Maria Perez here? Maria, I didn't see her. I always do that, Maria. My dear, dear friend, City Councilwoman Maria Perez. Many years ago, Anita Walker was the Commissioner of Arts and Culture for the state of Massachusetts. And David Starr, who was alive at the time, had said, why don't you come down and see Mayor Sarno? And I think the governor at the time was, I don't know if it was Duvall or Charlie Baker, about this new project of doing murals around cities. And they said, go see Sarno because he's someone that might be able to push this to the business community and get it done. We talked to the business community. We funded, I continue to fund the programs, but I was told by the naysayers that once you put these murals up, Mayor, Dominic, hey, Sarno, they're going to deface them left and right. They're going to deface them left and right. And I said to those naysayers, we're going to prove them wrong. And with Commonwealth Murals, Britt Rule, and many of the neighborhood people, it was a community project. Every mural we have done has been a community project. Fast forward, not one of those murals have been defaced, well over 100 in the city of Springfield. That is a testament to our community of the city of Springfield. Many a times urban centers are depicted in a negative light. Today you stand and sit as a beautiful mosaic of the city of Springfield, shining stars. Now, the Wall of Fame. Many of the individuals are here and continue to give back and build on the legacies. Many of the other individuals are up in heaven and look down upon us right now. But their legacies reverberate still in all our neighborhoods. Many of those individuals up there and that are here too never looked for any type of pat on the backs, never looked for any type of accolades, never looked for themselves. They always looked out for others to make for a better neighborhood, a better street, a better city. And they put their arm around someone's shoulder, whether young or old, no matter what creed, color, or background, to say, hey, we all make mistakes. I can help you go the right way. So this is a testament to the leadership that we've had in the past, the leadership that we have now, and the leadership that we'll have in the future, especially when the young people see those portraits up there and ask, who was that? What did he do? What did she do? And that story will be told. And hopefully that'll get that young person to say, I want to do the same thing, if not better. So thank you for allowing me to say a few words. And I'm just very, very pleased that we had this event, even in the rain. These are tears of joy that are coming down right now. So to all the portraits there that are here, thank you for what you continue to do. For all the portraits who are up in heaven, thank you what you have done, and your legacy continues to live on. Andrew, thank you so much. Rep. Williams, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Beer. Next up is the representative of the 11th Hamden District. He's also chairman of the Joint Committee on Racial Equity, Civil Rights, and Inclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the dreamer and the originator of the Mason Square Hall of Fame, none other than our own state representative, Bud L. Williams.
To the mayor, all the elected officials, to Dr. K, to the committee, I stand here with tears in my eyes as I look out and I see all the offsprings of those shoulders which I stood upon for many years. I've been around a while. I've worked with each and every individual on that wall on a personal basis, whether it was spiritual, business, economically, or community. Marla Brown came to me and said, we have a wall in Springfield, a mural, and we should honor our community. He identified that wall. That wall belongs to the Brantley family, who owned Panache. And I met with Peter, and I met with E.C. Brantley, then the rest of the Brantley family, and said to them, I have a dream. I have a vision so we can capture the history so everyone could see it. I want that wall. Without hesitation, and Clarlette Brantley is, Austin Brantley is here today. Without hesitation, they said, Bud, the ball's in your court. So we reached out to Andrew Cade, he reached out to Britt, Barbara Gresham, some other folks, and this is the vision I had talked. Now, with that being said, we know that that doesn't incorporate all of Mason Square. Right now, we're looking for other mural walls to continue the Wall of Fame in Mason Square. And, you know, I was the third elected black city councilman. Paul Mason's on that wall was the first. Mo Jones was the second, and I was the third. I was the third state rep for this district. Raymond A. Jordan was the first. Ben Swan was the second, and I was the third. So there's something for threes. And as Amir said, yeah, well, now LeBron James looked pretty good the other night for 41 years old. Oh my God, I don't know what he's on, but my goodness. So I look out and I know we're going to honor each and every family member here, but you know, as I look out, I see the Bakers, I see Sam, I see Donald, I see Ida Flynn. Let's give Ida Flynn, who is still with us. Ida Flynn, wave your hand. And we have Tracy Whitfield, the first city council black female president. And I think I got to think of Big Will. I see Joyce and I see my wife, Dr. Gloria Williams. Thank you. Akers, thank you. Frank Robinson, the Griffins, the Johnsons. We go on, and Naomi White, all the great people that made this community great. So I'll be back in a few minutes, but to me, it's just, it's very moving today. This is a very spiritual situation for me. And as Morgan came up, I thought of his father, Bishop J.P. Morgan. And then I see my big brothers, Jay Griffin and C. Jackson, and I see Chris out there and Billy Griffin. So then Karan, Tyler. It's just this is family. This is a great community. We've gone from, it was Winchester Square to Mason Square and all of that above. But this is a powerful community. And we're going to rebuild like we hope to rebuild. We got the new Ben Swan DeBerry School, got apartments, the motorcycle building, which we're able to do. After 40 years, I fought hard following Ray and following Ben, and we got it done. Knox building. We got a lot more work to do, but I'm so proud to be part of this community. I think of Sophie Jefferson and Ron Johnson. It just goes on and on and on and on. The beautiful, beautiful people who love this community. Blood, sweat, and tears. Blood, sweat, and tears. So remember this day. Those folks sacrificed. We stand upon their shoulders, and we're here because of them. Don't ever forget that. And they were giants of men and giants of women. So I want to thank my grandson and my daughter for coming out. Can't forget the Spruill family. I mean, this is a beautiful, beautiful day. Roger Williams, those are all part of me. Those folks made me, they bled into me, and I became the monster that they wanted because of all those people on that wall. Thank you.
Thank you very much, State Rep Williams. The next person we would like to call to the podium is none other than a city councilor at large. As State Representative indicated, we have the first black female president of the Springfield City Council. Ladies and gentlemen, Tracy Whitfield.
I don't think I can move it. Can you all hear me? Okay, thank you. There we go. Oh, they're recording.
You want to
Okay.
be recorded, right?
All right. All right. Thank you. So thank you, Andrew, for the introduction. Thank you, State Rep Bud Williams, Mayor Sarno, my colleague on the council, Marlo Brown, school committee ladies, Barbara Gresham and Ayanna Crawford, and my colleague Victor Davila is also here. I just want to say it is an honor and a pleasure to be here to speak today with all these legends on the wall. I see Commissioner Helen Carlton Harris, and she's on the wall. All the, oh, hey, Superintendent Akers. It's just like a blessing because they did pave the way for me. I just have one quick story. When I decided to run, I didn't know where to go, who to talk to. So the person I knew the most was Denise Jordan, also on the wall. And I said, Denise, do you think your father would talk to me? And she was like, I don't know. He said he was done helping, but I'll talk to him. So she did. She called him and she said, he said he will have a conversation with you to see where your head's at. And I said, okay. I was so scared because he was called the Barracuda, and all I could think of was the Barracuda. And so I went over there nervously, sat on his famous porch, and we had a conversation. And he said, well, if you make it through the primaries, I'll let you know if I support you from them. But he came to everything I had to see how I spoke. And he was like, you're very well spoken. And he had the biggest fundraiser for me because he supported me because I made it through those primaries, right? And so he supported me. And I didn't win in 2017. I moved up in 2018 when Tom Ash went to be the chief of staff for Mayor Sarno. But it was still a win for me because I came in 6th place, and I know without Ray Jordan, I wouldn't have been able to do it. So I want to give great honor to him. And one thing that he did when I was there, he was calling people like, we need a check. We need a check. We need $100 or more. And people were just like, all right. And they was bringing these checks. So I hope when I call for the checks, I can get the checks like Mr. Jordan because I'm following him in his footsteps. But he was definitely getting those checks. So this is just an honor and privilege. And I can't leave without saying something about I'm going to call her Sister Dora Robinson only because when I used to try to call her Mrs. Dora Robinson, she'd be like, don't call me Mrs. I'm your sister. I'm your big sis. You can call me sister. But the last time I saw her, she came to my campaign kickoff and I was nervous because I had got a new job as an executive director and I never had an executive director job. And I was so talking to her and I was like, I don't think I can do this. I don't know what I'm doing. And she was like, you can do it or you wouldn't be in the position. And she said, it's your oyster. You can create this art however you want to create it. And she said, you could do anything. And she always said that to call her anytime I needed help and advice. And then she went on to glory. But that gave me the boost and the courage that I needed to be executive director, and that started in 2022. So I am the executive director still today. So I just wanted to say I am so grateful for all the shoulders that we do stand on. They paved the way for us. They give us the courage that we need. And I just thank you for letting me say these few words. And I am bringing greetings on behalf of the whole city council. So thank you.
Thank you very much, City Councilor Tracy Whitfield. Next up, from Ward 4, City Councilor Marlo Brown.
First, I want to give honor and respect to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. This is a joyous day. There would be no City Councilor Marlo Brown without these individuals on the wall. A lot of them yelled at me. I know Grandma Ida, she yelled at me a little bit. She don't yell at me no more. But this is very, very, very dear to my heart. There's a lot of male figures who shaped me, and I've gotten a little bit of each and every single one of them. With Buddy, he, to me, is probably one of the most people persons I've ever met. I've never seen him mad. It's impossible to yell at him because he doesn't. His son, okay, calm down. He doesn't. I've never seen him get mad. Barracuda, Ray, Cephas, they were more edgy. where a lot of the things that I get away with and people say, why did he say that? Why did he? I can always go to them and they can say, hey, leave the kid alone. I know what they would say. You know, they build strong Black men. See, a lot of times what people, we don't see a lot, we don't talk about the greatness of Black leaders. Okay? So to me, this is monumental. And I want to thank my political father, Rhett Williams. When I said we gotta memorialize our Black figures. And I want to thank him. I want to thank the mayor. I want to thank you guys for now bringing this vision to light. So once again, thank you guys for coming to Ward 4. Continue to pray for all of us because we definitely need it. God bless.
Thank you very, very much. Next up is our school committee person, Barbara Gresham, and also she is the president of the Old Neighborhood Hill Council, and she is a member of the Wall of Fame committee. Barbara Gresham, come on up.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Cade. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. It is a blessing that we can all come together with family and friends for the celebration of the Mason Square Wall of Fame. These are remarkable individuals, past and present, who have demonstrated extraordinary leadership, courage, service, and dedication to our community. So today, as we get a closer look at their faces and names, we will remember the impact they had and the impact the ones continuing to have in our community. I would like to recognize my BFF, Mabel Sharif. She loved her community. You could not talk about Mason Square because she would let you know, don't go there. She loved her community. So may she rest in peace and may her spirit live on. Her famous words was, I am who I serve. So thank you all so much and much love to each and every one of you.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, is an individual who has been keeping us safe for so many years. As the mayor always indicates, she is eloquent
Elegant.
and elegant
Health and human services.
and eloquent. She is the Commissioner of Health and Human Services for the City of Springfield. Ladies and gentlemen, Helen Colton Harris.
Thank you for this opportunity to be able to stand here. The blessing that I have is that I knew everyone that is on that wall for the most part. I have pictures with Roger Williams. I have pictures with individuals who shaped the fabric of this city. And so to be amongst them on that wall is the greatest honor of my life. I do not take it lightly. God has blessed me. God has blessed this community. God continues to bless us. We are a people who are resilient and we are survivors, right? Yeah. And we have seen very recently our history be dismantled. We have seen recently our community, our Black community, talked about negatively. We have seen recently that the federal government has tried to strip away and is stripping away our rights. But guess what we know about us? Guess what we know about us? We are resilient. We are a people who are we have come through the storm and we know how to play this. But let me just say, we need to do this together. We cannot be a divisive community. We cannot be the crabs in the barrel. We have got to stand together. Stop denigrating each other. We have got to stay together. If we're going to make it, we've got to make it together. You know, Cornell West said, we are on a slippery slope towards social turmoil and economic strife. He said, if we go down together. Hear me, Springfield. If we go down together. Let's just stay strong, stay strong. Again, it is my honor to be on that wall. It is my honor to be a member. My father was a Springfield police lieutenant. Trust me, I learned public service from the best.
Nice job.
Thank you, Commissioner Carlton. Next up, as State Rep indicated that we needed authorization for the wall, and we went to the Brantley family to get that authorization. And the representative of the Brantley family, she is here this afternoon. Her name is Claudette Powell. Let's give her a super round of applause. Claudette, thank you so very much for giving us the opportunity for the Wall of Fame.
Thank you, Ms. Powell.
Hello, everyone. Excuse me, my nerves. I'm not a public speaker.
You're doing fine.
And I hope I don't get too teary-eyed. But our family journey to Springfield, Massachusetts began in Garnet, South Carolina, where my grandparents, Beatrice and Murray Brantley, raised 8 children and laid the foundation for the legacy we are honored to celebrate today. When our family first arrived in Springfield, 68 Quincy Street became the place where they lived and supported one another as they began building their lives here. From that beginning, they worked hard, stayed close as a family, and became part of the life of this city. My mother, Isabel Brantley Hostin, played an important role in helping many of our relatives relocate from the South to Springfield, helping establish a strong family presence and support system that continues to impact this community today. My uncle, Evan C. Brantley, known as EC to many, was widely known throughout the city as a respected plumber whose work supported many local restaurants and businesses. My Uncle Dan, owner of Big D's Towing, and my Uncle Peter and Junior, founder of the Big Boys Social Club, also contribute in meaningful ways to community life. Together with their sisters, Lucille Murphy, Bessie Wilkins, and Inez Gatson, they were 8 strong siblings whose unity helped shape the Brantley family's foundation here in Springfield. One of the most significant contributions our family made together was the purchase of this building in 1989, well over 30 years ago. My mother Isabel, Peter, EC, Daniel, and myself. This building later became known as the Panache Banquet Hall.
All right.
For more than 3 decades, the Panache has been a cherished gathering place in the Mason Square neighborhood and one of the largest Black family-owned banquet halls in Springfield. It has welcomed celebrations, concerts, milestones, and memories for countless families across this city. The Brantley family has always been a close and united family. We are not people who look for recognition or public attention. We simply believe in working hard, supporting one another, and doing what we could to help build our community. That spirit is what guided our family then, and it continues to guide us today. Although the Panache is currently undergoing a period of transition, as we prepare for its next chapter, our family remains hopeful and committed to seeing it continue its legacy as a place where the community can gather once again. Our family came to Springfield not only to build lives for ourselves, but to help build community. It is truly an honor to see that legacy remembered and recognized today. We are especially grateful to see the lives and contributions my mother and my uncles pictured here together, honored in this special way. Thank you again. Thank you again for celebrating the Brantley family and the history of the Panache Banquet Hall.
Man, we've had a lot of parties in that building. That's for sure. Oh my goodness. The next person we would like to bring to the mic this afternoon is a person that we would not have a wall of fame without her. I tell you that. She is the founder and president of the Commonwealth Murals. She has been responsible for over, as the mayor indicated, 100 murals in the city of Springfield and other towns throughout Massachusetts. She is also the founder of the Mural Institute, teaching young emerging artists techniques for the mural creation. Britt installed the first mural in the Mason Square neighborhood using the polytab technique, which you know now as the Preacher Man mural. She was the first person to put that mirror right here in our own neighborhood. We could not have done the Wall of Fame project without her guidance, her leadership, and the resources that she brings to the table. Ladies and gentlemen, none other than the great Britt Rue. Come on.
This is such a beautiful crowd. So we at Commonwealth Murals are honored to work in service to murals like this and gatherings like this. And a lot of work goes into creating every mural. And there are some people here that I want to call out by name and then have us give them a round of applause because they worked really hard to make this possible. We have Self, the Commonwealth Murals project manager, Talisha Rivera, our administrative coordinator, Jovan Velez, who's somewhere here, I think, working. Gabriela Sepulveda, a muralist who has worked on this mural from the beginning. Katie Morales, who is a graphic designer who turned all of the photographs into portraits. We also have some members of the Commonwealth Murals Board here, Mr. Andrew Cade, Chris Seabrooks, Jessica Payne, and Rich Johnson, who came and left, and Sierra Myers, if she's here. So thank you all for that. And I also want to take a moment to acknowledge the funders who made this mural possible and all of the murals in Springfield possible. Rep. Williams, who organizes support from the state legislature every year and who we mentioned, he was the inspiration. He was the one that said we should do this wall in the first place. Mayor Sarno and the city council for your support. Thank you always. The Springfield Cultural Council, the Mass Cultural Council, the Community Foundation of Western Massachusetts, and the Barr Foundation all have supported this work. One of my friends and a mentor and a guiding light. Thank you. I thought if I read my comments, I'd be less emotional, but she's recently passed, so her absence hurts still. Rosemary Tracy Woods is honored on this wall. In addition to the work she was known for publicly advocating for Black and other underrepresented artists in the world of fine art, she was a fiercely loving friend, mother, grandmother. And great-grandmother, and I think her family, some of her family's here today. And I'm so grateful that her contribution to Springfield is being recognized, and it is a gift to come and see her smile and a twinkle in her eye. As you can see, we have run out of room on this wall. But the truly beautiful thing is that we have by no means run out of people who we know deserve to be recognized and honored in public like this. And to me, that's the bigger message of the Wall of Fame. Yes, we are celebrating these 38 truly remarkable people, but seeing them all together on the wall inspires us to turn to the person next to us or to say to ourselves or to post on social media, you know who else should be on that wall? And I believe it is that calling to mind of their lives of service and leadership, the speaking of their names out loud, that brings the power of their service and sacrifice into our lives and into this present moment. Another beloved mentor and guiding light for Commonwealth murals, Nelson Stevens, is also honored on this wall. Nelson was a world-renowned painter, professor, and muralist. He described murals as force fields activated in the service of our liberation. He also compared murals to stained glass windows, and when asked what he meant by that, he said stained glass windows in our places of worship are visual reminders that we are in a sacred space. And he believed that we needed more spaces out in the world and out on the streets that remind us that we are sacred. And I believe that more than the Wall of Fame itself, it is in the remembering of these 38 people and the many others that they call to our minds, and the honoring of their lives through the choices we make that truly consecrates this wall as a sacred space.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you very much. At this time, we would like for the Reverend J.P. Morgan Jr. to please come forth.
Take us to church.
Absolutely.
We're going to church now. We're going to church. Sing us a song, Reverend. You can sing too. You want me to hold up?
No, you won't play. If I can help somebody as I pass along, if I can cheer somebody with a word or song, if I can show somebody that they are traveling wrong, then my living shall not be in vain. If I can do my duty as a Christian ought, if I can bring back beauty to a world that's distraught, if I can spread love's message as the Master taught, then my living shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. Oh, my living shall not be in vain. If I can help somebody as I pass along, then my living shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. Oh, my living shall not be in vain. If I can help somebody as I pass along, then my living, then my living, then my living shall not be in vain.